What's up, Internet people? This is Corey from Invest Like an Old Man. Thank you for taking time to watch the video. Today's topic is going to be about small business and becoming a business owner. I've had a lot of people ask me about that, and a couple of people have texted me or sent a message online asking that I make a video about small business. So I'm going to be doing that today. Before I do that, make sure that you like my video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. I'm really looking to grow it. I enjoy helping as many people as possible. And so the more people that can see the videos, the more people I can help. So let's talk about being a business owner. Before we get into details on the steps that you need to take, which we will do slightly in this video and more in detail on some others. For those that don't know, I do own a couple of small businesses, a couple of LLCs, and I can talk to you about the process of starting those. But before you even get into that, I think it's important that everybody understand that every person is not cut out to be a business owner. So before you talk about starting a business, you have to ask yourself, why do you want to start a business? Is it that you hate your job, right? Or is it that you have a passion about something, or is it that you just want to be the boss? People want to start businesses for a variety of reasons. If you hate your job, you may want to decide what you don't like about your job. So what is it that you don't like about the job? Do you just work too much? You don't feel like you have free time, and you feel like working for yourself is going to give you more free time? What I'll tell you is chances are in the beginning, it's not going to give you more free time, right? That's just not the way it works. You typically are not going to get more free time when you start a business and all the work required to get it going and to build it up. You typically are going to work more when you're working for yourself than you are working for a company. Do you just hate your boss? Well, I don't know if you need to start a business because you hate your boss. Maybe you could go to another department or get a new manager or talk to someone to try to get that worked out. Those are things that I would consider doing before I just started a business because I didn't like my boss or don't like my job. So if none of those apply to you and you feel like, well, you know what, it's always just been in me, it's been in my spirit, I just want to start a business and I'm passionate about entrepreneurism, I'm passionate about building something from the ground up, then you're probably a person that is built for the stress that comes with owning a business, the uncertainty of being self-employed. And here's what I mean about the uncertainty. We've been trained our whole life and conditioned that having a job is the safe way to go, that working for someone else is the safe way to go. And here's the truth. The truth is not necessarily. There are a couple of huge companies out there that the companies aren't going under, but that doesn't mean that your job won't go under. It doesn't mean you won't get laid off. So, when you've been conditioned that way, hopping out of that rat race can be difficult. It can be extremely tough, and mentally it's challenging because when you have a job, you know you have a check coming every week. You know you're going to look at your direct deposit on Friday and it's going to be there. When you're a business owner, if you don't do the work, if something goes bad in the business, if an expense comes up, so let's start with the common one. Let's say you start a landscaping business, right? And I'm just using that for an example. Things could be going great, and guess what? The truck could break down. You got to take money out to fix that. A piece of equipment could break. An employee could get hurt. When you're a W-2 employee for a company and let's say they pay you to drive or deliver something and the truck breaks down, it doesn't really matter to you. You'll just hop in another truck. You're not the one that has to make the repairs and pay to get the vehicle fixed. So those are things that can stretch you out and keep you up at night when you start your own business. So the most important thing before you even start the business is to make sure that you're in it for the right reasons and that you know your why and that you're doing something that you have a passion about. Because so many people are wanting to own businesses now because it's a fad. They see all these people on TV and on the internet talking about being a boss, right? That doesn't matter. Let's be clear. That doesn't matter. Everybody can't be a boss. Anybody can be a boss, but everybody can't be a boss. If everybody was a boss, we'd have no workers and a business couldn't function. So don't let people shame you into feeling like you've got to own a business or you're not successful. Sometimes the most successful people in life are people that attach themselves to someone else that had a vision and a goal, and they allowed themselves to succeed by helping that person achieve the goals and execute on the plan that they created. Gail, you know her from Oprah, right? A lot of people that hang around Jay-Z who are also millionaires because they helped Jay-Z execute on his vision. So don't feel like you should be ashamed of having a job. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you have a job that you don't like, you can always find another job. Now, if you're sticking around, that means you're really interested in starting a business. So I'm going to get into that in part 2, but I want to leave you with a couple of jewels, right? So the first thing you want to figure out is, how do you want to start this business? Do you want to be the sole owner because you got enough money and you got enough knowledge and you got enough time to start it? Or do you need to bring in a partner or some partners, because maybe typically when you start a business, you need one of at least 2 of these 3 things. You need some money, you need knowledge, you need the time, right? So if you got money and knowledge, but you don't have the time, you may have to bring someone in that has the time, and they're going to utilize your knowledge and your money, right? But if you don't have all 3 of those things, a lot of times your business is doomed to fail. So once you decide how you want to start that, sole owner, partnership, or partners, then you can get into the next step, which I'll discuss in part 2. Thanks.